It seems as if from this cycle, your energy will be moving in a more logical and rational way when it comes to setting your foundations and reaching your long-term goals. So we'll be taking a look today at Mercury as it enters into Capricorn, and as we'll be having our new moon in Capricorn as it moves into Aquarius. But welcome everybody. Welcome to Our Sky, Our Story podcast. My name is Kelita Sahliah. If you're new, I am a mother, a real angel, and I do dabble in crypto where I combine astrology of the sky with the crypto market. So do check that out if you'd like, because X marks the spot. But over here, we use astrology of the sky. So basically, we use our visible sky to interpret our astrology. Why? Because that's where astrology is happening. There's more videos like linked below where I go into more detail as to why. Just makes a bit more logical sense here, but welcome everybody anyway. These are where the luminary positions will be on the 4th of February, and we're going from the 4th to the 10th of February 2024. So we're in the second to last month of this calendar, and I always say, don't believe me, Google it, because if you're used to mainstream astrology, which this is completely different from, this is nature, you would Pluto in mainstream astrology is in Aquarius, but it's not according to the sky. So this is why we follow nature. But check yourself, Google it, get an app, or grab a calendar. But anyway, for those who are new, what we do is we go over the transits of the cycle. We then go on to the moon transits. We then touch on tarot. We then have our tarot giving us the sun at the bottom of the deck, and then we come back to the present moment, because the present moment is all that matters. Okay, so let's get into it straight away. Anyway, I have a meeting soon, so I can't be too long. So the transits that are happening this cycle within this calendar is should really get my other one, but the other one's a bit broken. Anyway, it's just this cycle from the 4th to the 10th. Little discrepancy here, but it was changed on the digital one. It starts off in Capricorn and moves into Aquarius. But let's start anyway. So on the 5th, we have Mercury entering Capricorn. Okay, so what is this telling me? So Mercury right now is by Sagittarius. It's in Sagittarius constellation, and it's moving into Capricorn on the moon day, Monday. So basically, Mercury represents our energy exchange. It's all about how we exchange our energy. That's the umbrella term for Mercury, and that covers our thought process. So how we're exchanging our energy when it comes to what we're thinking, what we're giving our attention and thoughts to. It's how we communicate, who we're communicating to, how we communicate with ourselves, who we're choosing to exchange our energy with when it comes to communicating. So me speaking right now is my Mercury technology activated. If you're new as well, I see this all as highly advanced technology that allows our simulation to simulate, basically. So it also covers monetary. So if you are following along with my Crypto Angles podcast, we'll talk more about the money on that aspect. But Mercury is all about monetary exchange as well, because it is the god of it's Hermes, the winged god, the winged messenger, and it fuels fake money. But anyway, so when it came to how we were exchanging our energy, and this, like, I say broader terms, but literally think of even what you're giving your energy to on social media, what you are putting out on social media, or things like that. Like, look at it smaller, what you do at work and things of that nature. But we were in this Sagittarius energy of this focused direction. You may have been thinking a lot, oh, I really want to travel, I want to go here, I want to go there. You may have been thinking a lot about your own philosophy, because Sagittarius is your own philosophy, from a educated perspective. So you may have been doing some studying, learning some things as well. And because it is like this bow and arrow is very precise in the direction you wanted to go. So that may have been clear to you, being the mature fire sign. It may have been more clear to you at this point on what you were thinking of, like the direction you'd like to go. That's probably a bit more long term, because it's a bow and arrow. It does need to pull back a bit, so there may have been a little backward movement in order to catapult forward in that precise direction. And it's just focus, because it's the last fire sign, so it's maturity there. But moving into Capricorn, after knowing this is the direction we want to go, you've created your own philosophy about it. You're ready to lay these foundations. So when it comes to how we're exchanging our energy, our thought process, it's going to be all about your long-term goal and the foundations, the consistency to get to that long-term goal. So when it comes to who you're trying to exchange your energy with, if they don't want to be around for the long term, you probably won't be on it. So whether that's to do with family, friends, business partnerships and things of that nature, if you aren't seeing it for the long term, if you don't really see it laying the foundation for you, you may not even want to exchange your energy in that way. So pay attention to what even comes up, even with your thoughts and everything this cycle, because I feel what you're thinking about is basically to set you up for the long term. Now, the sun is still in Capricorn anyway, so we will always be seeing through this lens. Now, there should have already been a video coming out before this one, so do check it out, where it's how the luminaries support you, where we synchronize all of the luminaries together. Okay, we synchronize it together and go over the whole month's transits. That is available on my Patreon, but it's on YouTube for 48 hours. So do check it out, and then join me over on Patreon if you'd like. It is donation based, so all tiers have access to the same thing, but you just donate what you're able to donate. So yeah, there will be 2 videos exclusively a month on Patreon. But anyway, talking about my Mercury activity, my Mercury technology, talking about this direction, maturity, and I'm now ready to lay this foundation, you see, by setting up something consistent, long-term over on my Patreon. So it will be different to everyone, of course, but ultimately we're in this exchange of energy, our thoughts, how we communicate, what we choose to monetarily interact with. It's that transaction, whatever we choose to transact with, basically we're focused on it long term. So of course I do go over into crypto, so people may be thinking more long term when it comes to crypto investments. You may see that because we're in this long term foundational energy, especially as the other luminaries move and transit into Capricorn as well. So all I can say is, if you're just naturally feeling to just focus on your long term, even when it comes to what you're talking about, it's like you're focused long term and you're focused on setting that foundation. So even if people come into your life, it could be new, or if they come, then potentially they see you there for the long term. If new people come in and it just clicks, no matter what level it's on, it's potentially for the long term if people come in this month. And of course, love is going to be in the air. I'm going to go live on the 10th of February to talk about Venus and Mars dance in the sky, the 2 lovers. But anyway, that's what I'm seeing when it comes to us exchanging our energy and our energy exchange. It's all about the long term from this point on. So we're going to move into the moon transits now. So the moon on the 5th, we have, let me see that, an Ophiuchus moon. On the 6th, we have a Sagittarius moon. On the 8th, we have a Capricorn moon. And then on the 10th, we have our Well, it's actually the ending of the 9th, to be honest with you. It's actually the 9th. So let's just change that. The 9th. Ugh. Our Aquarius moon, but it's late. Late GMT time, so for some people it will be like the Aquarius on the actual 10th. But as you can see, we are in our no moon, new moon energy. This was a little discrepancy. It enters late on the 9th, and it's a Capricorn new moon, but Capricorn starts on the 8th. That's why Aquarius comes in at the end of the 9th. So we are basically in our emotions, because the moon represents our emotions, it represents our energy, it gets our energy in motion. We are in the space now of our energy being moved around things that are more logical and rational. Okay, so it's not just, oh, this is how I feel about something, like, yeah, and you can fully trust your intuition because the moon's illuminated, it's dark, it's nothing there. So our emotions are being moved by logic and reason at this point. And yeah, so your emotions will be moved, sparked in any way, how you feel, your gut instincts, intuition, and things of that nature. And then when you act upon that feeling, that gut feeling, your intuition, you then see it through the lens of where the sun is operating. So you're going to see it through the Capricorn lens. And when an experience is drawn to you like a chain reaction from that act, from how your emotions have moved you, again, you'll see it through the sun, the lens of the sun, combined with your own. So do know your own, of course, to synchronize it with your individual self. I do offer birth chart readings in alignment with the sky if anyone's interested, but ultimately that is the moon. So the moon mover of our emotions starts on the Sunday in Scorpio. So we have a Scorpio moon on Sunday. So this is kind of telling me our emotions from Sunday onward may be moving towards your passion. So you may get a lot of feelings, emotions spark up with what you're passionate about. Why? Because in this calendar, I can show you Scorpio, as you can see, is fueled by Pluto as well as Mars, and it's a water sign. So that's telling me it's got that Mars element in there, so it's very passionate and fiery, Scorpio is, but it also has Pluto qualities in there, so it's got that death and rebirth in there as well. So it's kind of like, because it is a water sign, it's able to reach to its quite deep. So it's like from the depth of who you are, which could come across as vulnerability in some cases, but from the depth of who you are, it's like you're tapping into your drive and your passion, what truly fuels you, that Mars energy. And then it's like what fuels you, your drive and your passion in the depth of who you are, brings about transformation. And of course, we're entering through Ophiuchus into a new direction to set solid foundations anyway. So the transformation's coming. So it's like we needed this logical perspective because the moon is no longer becoming illuminated, it's waning away, waxing away, whatever, it's going away. So it's like our emotions are moving us in this way to rekindle this passion basically, but in a logical, rational way on how to get to your passion. So then, and of course, because we're seeing it through the lens of Capricorn, we're seeing our passion, what we're truly passionate about, and we're seeing how we can experience this passion long term. Okay, and this is why the passion needs to be activated, the transformation needs to happen in order to set it long term. So then our emotions. Oh, and by the way, even though I did do this video for the month of February, we don't go over the moon, so that's why I just kind of briefly went over this, because there's 2 videos coming out today, but because we don't touch the moons pretty much at all, except the moon on the 1st of February, that's why it's still important to do the cycle ones, and these are on YouTube anyway. But the moon anyway is moving then into Ophiuchus for a day. So it's picking up even more on this transformation. So again, if you just naturally feel like, oh, I do want to transform, I want to change something, I want to transmute some energy, because Ophiuchus is known as the serpent bearer, the healer and transmutator of energy. Is literally linked to magnesium on the periodic table. So at that time, if you're feeling to have some more magnesium, that's fine, but it's the generator, like sustainer and transformer of energy, quite literally within your body. So because we're seeing through this lens of Capricorn, it's like we need to get to this transformed state in order to kind of live that out. That's why our passion needs to be reignited and things of that nature. And this transformation is coming in logically. And again, just a personal thing, is my daughter's birthday on the 2nd of February. There's going to be cake and everything for the end of that cycle. So after that, I'm ready to just detox. So it's no coincidence that transformation is happening in the sky anyway. I'm going to have a water fast with some melons, H3O2 water. But anyway, the moon then, after this transformation has happened of your emotions, to be able to hold a more expanded capacity because you've transformed, okay? Our emotions are then pointing us and directing us. It's moving us again of how we've transformed to this focused direction, this maturity after the transformation. Being in the last fire sign, it's now mature. Our emotions are just like, yep, this is the direction I'm ready to go. This is the direction I'm ready to go, basically. So I'm just going to say, bring awareness to what happens at the beginning of the cycle, of course, up until Tuesday. Up until Tuesday, just pay attention to what happens, because through you pay attention the whole time, but through you getting this passion reignited and things of that nature, and then you transform through it, your emotions may be moving you in an even more clear direction. So pay attention to that. So after your emotions, from going through this passion, reigniting that, the depth of who you are, transforming, getting clear and even more focused, your energy's moving you, sparking up emotions to kind of confirm, this is the direction I want to go, this is my own philosophy, where I'd like to travel. Your emotions are then going to be moved in this Capricorn energy, in alignment with how you are exchanging your energy as well. It's all about this long-term focused goal. And as it will be the new moon, as I said, there's a little discrepancy. It's Capricorn first and then it moves into Aquarius. But as it will be the new moon, it's going to be, your emotions will be moving you a very logical way that you see as logical, attainable for you. Confirmation burp. Logical and attainable and rational for you individually on how to reach your long-term goal and set the foundation, consistency, stability to get there as well. So yeah, I synchronize a lot of this in relation to the whole month. And of course, the numerology of this month was 1111 portal. This is why foundations are foundationing, okay? New foundation, new experiences are coming from this point. And then the moon is moving into Aquarius, so our emotions then will be moving us in a way, sparking up things, how we feel about things, on what we'd like to give back. So Aquarius, being the water bearer, is giving in nature. It's very sociable. It has unique ideas on how to pour its water back to people, basically. So this could be your career path, how you want to socialize, network. You may want to, you know how you got like little circle groups where you could sit, like feminine groups and blah blah. Not like, what's it called? like I've been to stuff where we had like cacao tea and things of that nature. It could be that, it could be your own business, it could be what you're working on, it could be anything, but it's this giving back, even if that's pouring back into yourself. But our emotions will be moving us in that way, and I do feel it does synchronize with what is long term. So it's like our emotions, our energies moving us in a way for our unique ideas, and we'll be probably getting more inspiration, feelings, intuition about certain things, even messages probably about this unique idea, which could help set this foundation that we're in as Capricorn, as Pluto's in there as well. And this could be something you've been spending a lot of time on. So at the end of this cycle, if you get logical ideas about what you've been spending a lot of time on, what you've been working on, because Saturn's in Aquarius as well, something you've been working on consistently, you may get new logical feelings and emotions around it on how you actually can do it, and then you may act on that to get it done and spend more time in there. So sorry, oh, that was a dirty cough, confirmation cough. Anyway, that is what I am seeing. Do let me know, give a thumbs up if this has helped in any way, if you see it, and let's enter into tarot. Take a deep breath with me. And exhale. So, right. I also don't do tarot in the monthly video because I already do on my video like a month. I do it for the month, you know, when I do numerology at the beginning of every month. So I don't actually do tarot in that video. So that's why I thought, even though an hour video is coming out, let's just see what the cards are saying. This isn't going to be a long one though. And 30 minutes. We get to 30 minutes. What is happening for this cycle with the collective, with this new moon in Capricorn with a little bit of Aquarius? What's happening with the collective? Give the clearest. Oh, we've had two pop out there. Okay. So we had Eight of Pentacles and Death in reverse. Yes, Bubba? So we've got the Death in reverse. I kind of feel, so a bit of a hermit quickly, but I kind of feel in terms of where we are at this point, we've already had the transformation necessary. Though it's like there's some extra transformation coming, but it's like the bulk of it is happening from the seeds you've been planting. So can we just clarify this Death card and the Eight of Pentacles? Can we clarify the Death card and Eight of Pentacles? Okay. We have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. One more clarity. Something's coming in quickly, I think. Yeah. So, oh, to clarify. Yes. Sorry about that. My daughter just needed help. But last clarity. We have Seven of Pentacles, double clarity there, with Six of Cups on the top of the deck. So we'll take a look at them all. Six of Cups was on the top. Four of Swords in reverse and Seven of Pentacles in reverse, along with Eight Pentacles upright, Eight of Wands, and Death in reverse. I feel just off the get-go, we've had the transformation necessary. This is why we've got Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse as well. Something's coming in quick, and it may have something to do with these Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. We've got Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck too. But this Six of Cups. So kind of like nostalgia, fulfillment of some sort from whatever is coming in quick. But let's just take a quick look at the book. Let's take a quick look at the book. So we've got where shall we start? Seven of Pentacles. I'm on the Swords, so we're going to start on the Four of Swords. And then the Pentacles and the Wands. So okay, so we've got repose, contemplation, taking a new approach for the Four of Swords, coming to terms with things, finding some space, slowing down, having a break. This is in reverse. So this is telling me from this point, there's no slowing down. We're probably speeding up with this Eight of Wands energy as well. And as I said, that transformation has already happened to allow the speeding up to come through. If you haven't watched my Uranus stations direct and all the luminaries are stationed direct, do watch that video, because I feel it's forward momentum from this point. Bear with me. So much mucus I've got, that's blow my nose. That's why I need this detox. But there's no contemplation. You're not really contemplating anything at this point, because I feel this transformation, this maturity of this moving from this Sag energy. You know where you're going, so there's not a lot of contemplation. You know the foundation and the long-term goal at this point, so there's no slow movement, there's no taking a break anymore. I feel, especially if you felt like things are just moving super slow, I feel that it's because it's allowed us to break. Like, I have been not well, my children haven't been well at the beginning of January. They're recovered now, but I've just still got a lot of mucus. But I feel it was because we needed to slow down. Life was saying slow down, but I feel that break, it's over. It's like coming to terms with things. I guess there's none of that, because we're setting our foundation. You know what I mean? We're setting that up. But then we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and then we'll get into the Wands. So, Seven of Pentacles, evaluation, assessment, seeing fruits of labor, prepared for a new goal, taking stock, taking a break, where or what next. So again, I feel this aligns being in reverse with the Four of Swords reverse. There's none of that taking a break, evaluating what you've done. We're stepping into new now. It's not like we're ready for our goal. We're not setting a new goal and evaluating it and taking a break and just like, okay, let's just look at the situation. It's forward movement. It's literally forward movement and no breaks now. So then we've also got the Eight of Pentacles. So we've got diligence, proficiency, dedicated to your job, perseverance paying off, training for a new skill, getting down to the nitty gritty. So I feel this is that Capricorn energy, that diligence that you've been putting in for this long-term goal. That's what I'm seeing. And there's full dedication to it. Again, Capricorn energy. So there's no slow movements. It's consistency at this point on, possibly seeing that consistency too. So we've got the Eight of Wands as well. So where are the cups? I don't pass the cup. Oh, the cups are here. So Eight of Wands, we've got news, quick development, making intentions clear, everything up in the air, sorting out your priorities, and finishing unsolved business, unfinished business. So yeah, news may be coming in, which allows this break to not happen. So news may be coming in, which allows this break to not happen. You're focused to your skill, dedicated, putting in that consistency with the Eight of Pentacles. And yeah, quick developments coming in because you're not taking a break anymore. So something is coming in that could, that's what I mean when I says we could potentially be getting communication, or how we've exchanged our energy allows quick developments to help set this foundation. And so you're just dedicated towards it. You've already done the rebirth. So then we've got the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is playfulness, nostalgia, goodwill, sentimental thoughts, childhood memories, doing a good turn, having a clear conscience. So it's kind of like supporting our inner child at this point with this transformation. Basically, Six of Cups. Two of Swords in reverse underneath the Six of Cups. So yeah, that's kind of like what I'm seeing. We're on the 30-minute mark, so we'll just quickly read death. What is death? Is it 13? Yeah. So change, new beginnings, transformation, end of an old cycle, beginning of a new one, letting go of the past, accepting the inevitable, finalizing unfinished business, closing one door, opening another. So that's in reverse, though. I feel there was unfinished business with the Eight of Pentacles, or was it the Eight of Wands? So that may be coming up as well, though. But I feel the transformation, in order for this break to not be breaking anymore, for you to not be slowing down, that transformation had come. So it's like, I feel at this point I'm speaking to people who have already planted the seeds. It's those who have planted the seeds, basically, and transformed through that, because there's no more slow movement in it. Quick news, quick development coming along, and you're going to be working towards it. It's going to be pleasing for your inner child as well. So this foundation that you're ready to set, that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. And still there is going to be newness, of course, because it's a new foundation, along with the Eight of Pentacles and this quick development coming in. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing basically with the tarot. But let's come back to the present moment and we're finished. Told ya, not the longest video today. Take a deep breath. So as I said, the present moment is all that matters. So we have Moon in Virgo right now, and then of course we are entering into tomorrow, our third quarter moon. So right now the moon is still illuminated. It's pretty much getting to half and half, isn't it? By the time it's the third quarter, it's half and half. So right now, as you're watching this video, excuse me, confirmation cough, if you're watching it on Thursday anyway, then you're still in the energies of a bit more illumination, just trusting how you feel, your gut instincts, your energy is moving in that way within the Virgo energy. But while it's still in Virgo, we then transition, we get that half and half of our emotions wanting to move us in an equal amount of logic and rationale, as well as trusting yourself within this Virgo energy. But of course, it's then shifting. While it's still in Virgo, it will be shifting more to logic and reason with how our emotions and our energy is moving. So Virgo is the maiden. It's all about energy exchange as well. Ultimately, how can she give her love, herself, in the best way possible? So if you have noticed you've been paying attention to the detail of things in a more logic and rational way, then trust yourself. That's just fine. Yeah, trust yourself, because Virgo is all about the details. If you've been naturally feeling you've even got more energy to pay attention to the details of things and analyze certain things, could be anything, could be someone's behavior, your own work, the nitty gritty. Wasn't there nitty gritty in one of these? The nitty gritty, the finer details. if you've been feeling like that, as well as health as well, because Virgo fuels the 6th house, which is about health. So if your emotions are moving you this way to look on health today and tomorrow, then in a logical way, then trust yourself. So yeah, just trust yourself. But with that being said, do grab one of these calendars. Your support would mean wonders. It would mean absolute wonders. Yeah, do check out my Patreon as well. Make sure you check out the Uranus video, as well as how the luminaries support you. Do catch me over on Patreon if you would like to join. It's a donation based. And make sure you check out my Crypto Angles podcast. And of course, I do offer readings if you'd like. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next video, next cycle. Angel out. Bye.